viewers, welcome to UNC Digital Class. In today's class, I am going to discuss about an important topic of database management system, that is implementation of any relational algebra expression or SQL statement to its corresponding query tree and query graph. So in this video lecture, we will discuss how can we form the query tree of a relational algebra expression and how can we form the query graph for that particular relational algebra expression, or you can say for the SQL statement we will be form the query tree or query graph. Let's see the slides. So first we have to know about what is today's content. The today's content are query tree and query graph. So the company database schema on which we will perform some query and we will implement that query to its corresponding relational algebra expression and to its corresponding SQL statement, and then after we will implement that expression to its corresponding query tree and query graph. Okay, so this is the content of the query tree. That means how can we form a query tree or the steps for forming a query tree for a particular relational expression. A query tree is a simple data structure tree. That means as like data structure tree, this tree also contain the node and the edges of that tree. Okay, and we will also form the branches for this tree, for the query tree, and this is a simple data structure tree that correspond to a relational algebra expression. And whenever we go for performing the query tree for a particular relational algebra expression, query tree will be see which are the root node of that tree, which one is the internal node, which one is the leaf node of the tree, and the edges of the tree containing what. Okay, it represents the input relation of the query as the leaf node. That means those relations are used as the input relation for that particular relational expression. That relations are represented as the leaf node for the query tree. This is the first step. Then in second step, it represents the relational algebra operations as the internal node. That means those operations are performed to generate the final result of the relational algebra expression. That operations are represented as the internal node for the query tree. Okay, and this is the execution procedure to generate a query tree of a particular relational expression. An execution of query tree consists of executing internal node operations whenever its operands are available and then replacing that internal node by relation that result from executing operation. Okay, the order of execution of operation starts at the leaf node and which represent the input database relation for the query and ends at the root node. Okay, we will be discuss this point briefly with one corresponding example. Then which represent the final operation of the query. The execution terminates when the root node operation is executed and produce the result of the relation of the query. Okay, let's see the example. Let's consider, suppose on a company relational schema for every project located in stack 4. That means this is the location of the project, that is stack 4. Retrieve the project number, controlling department number and the department managers. Okay, that means we have to retrieve the department managers informations and the controlling department number, as well as we will be retrieve the project number. Okay, which project is located at the location stack 4. Okay, so this is the information. So in this query we will be retrieve the department manager last name, address and birth date, and also we will be retrieve the first name and the department number of the project which is located at the stack 4 location. Okay, and this is the representation of relational algebra for this query. Okay, so let's discuss on this query, then we will form the relational expression, then after we will form the SQL statement for that query. Okay, we have to retrieve the project number, controlling department number and the department manager information. Let's say we want to retrieve the manager last name, address and birth date. Okay, so by performing a project operation, we will be retrieve the project number, department number. You can see here it mentioned that we will be retrieve the project number, controlling department number, and department managers. Let's say the last name, address, and birth date of that manager. That means who controlling that, or the project is controlled by whom, you will be retrieve that manager last name, address, and birth date. Okay, so these are the attribute value we must retrieve. Okay, then what condition we will apply for retrieving these informations? So first we will perform a selection operation. Okay, that means the P location is step 4 from the project table. Okay, from the project table we will first retrieve the tuple those P location is step 4. Okay, let's see the table. So this is the table. You can see this tuple, last tuple having P location is step 4. Okay, so as we are performing the selection operation, so we will be retrieve this tuple. Okay, and from this tuple you can see this is the department number and this is the project number, and we will be retrieve the department manager's last name and address and as well as birth date. Okay, this is the tuple which is be retrieved if we perform selection operation and the condition is P location equals to step 4, and from this tuple we will get the department number, that is 4, and from this department number let's take this department number and compare this with the department table. So department number is 4, so compare with the department table D number and this match is find out. Okay, and when this match is find out, then we will retrieve this tuple. Okay, from this tuple we will get the manager SSN number, this one, that is 987654321, and compare this manager SSN number with employee SSN number. Okay, so this was the match, that is 8765431. so this is the tuple. That means we will be retrieve the last name, that is Wallace, then birth date, that is this one 1941 20th June, then address. Okay, the address is this much. Okay, 291 Berry Belrai TX. Okay, so we will be retrieve the birth date, address, and last name of the manager who control the project. The project is located at the step 4 location. So this is our requirement. So we will get our result, that is Wallace, and this is the birth date, this is the address, and the controlling department number is 4 and the project number is 30. Okay, so this is our required result. So in this way we will perform the result. You can see what are the conditions required for forming the relational expression. So first condition is we compare that selection P location equals to step 4, and from these we will get the department number, that is D num equals to 4. That is project D num is compared with department D number. Okay, this is the condition. That means project dot D num equals to department dot D number. Then second condition is we will compare the manager SSN of the department number 4 with the employee SSN number in the employee table. So second, next condition is the manager SSN equals to SSN. That means manager SSN, department dot manager SSN equals to employee dot SSN. Those tuples satisfy the condition, we will be retrieve that tuple last name, birth date, and address. Okay, this is our execution procedure, and we will be form according to this condition our relational expression as well as the selection condition. Let's see the relational expression for that query. You can see this is the first condition, that is sigma P location equals to step 4 from project. That means from project table we will retrieve the tuple those project location is step 4, and from that project location we will get the D number, and we compare this D number with department D number, and we will get the tuple, and from these we will compare the manager SSN with SSN with the employee table, and we will get the result, that is P number, project number of the project which is located at step 4, department number of the project which is controlled by this department number 4, and the last name and address, birth date of the manager who controlling the project which is located at the Stafford location. Okay, this is the relational expression, as well as this one is the SQL statement for this query. Okay, you can see in SQL query we will execute a select statement. Select P.P number. P is representing project, E is representing employee, and D is representing department. Okay, this is also specified here, and this is according to the SQL rules. Select P.P number, comma P.D num, E.L name, E.address, E.birth date from project as P, department as D, employee as E, where the conditions are: first condition is P.P location equals to Stafford. From this we will get the D num. So P.D num equals to D.D number, and from this department table we will get the manager SSN, and we will compare this manager SSN with employee SSN, that is D.manager SSN equals to E.SSN. So this is the relational algebra and SQL statement for this query. But our aim is we will form a query tree for this relational expression, and we have already discussed about how can we form the query tree, which are the leaf node, internal node and the root node for the query tree for a particular relational expression. As per our discussion, all the input relations, so in this relational expression the input relations are employee table, department table and project table. So these tables are become the leaf node for the query tree. Okay, we will form the initial tree for the expression or for this query and their corresponding relational expression. So this is the initial tree. Here P represent the project relation, D represent the department relation, and E represent the employee relation. These are present at the leaf node of the tree. And this is the Cartesian product. This is the another method of relational expression, because if we perform Cartesian product over all the relation, then in a very simple way we can retrieve our result. So first we will perform the Cartesian product in between the project table and department table, and whatever the result we get, again we will perform the Cartesian product with the output result, with the output with the employee table. Then we will get the final output for the input relations, that is P, D and E, that is project, department and employee. And whatever the final result or final relation we will get, perform these operations on that final result and get the answers or get the result. Okay, so this is the initial tree. You can see all the operations are represented as the internal node, that is Cartesian products are represented as the internal node, and the input relations are represented as the leaf node. Okay, and the final result, that what we want to display, that is represented as the root node, and the processing will be starts from the leaf of the tree. That from this we will get the tuple from, that is sigma P location equals to Stafford. The tuple is generated, and again we will perform this on department table, then we will perform on the employee table, and we will execute this sigma operation and we will get the result. This is the initial, or you can say canonical query tree for the SQL query. Okay, so next step, we can represent this query in an alternative way by proceeding the sigma operation down to the tree. Let's see the tree becomes what. This is the another way to represent the query tree. Okay, you can see the project is at the input relations are represented at the leaf node of the tree, that is project, department and employee. These are also represented by P, D and E. First we will be retrieve P.P location equals to Stafford. That means from project table we will be filter the tuple having P location equals to Stafford. Okay, and we will compare the D num of the project table with the department number in the department table by performing a join operation, that is P.D num equals to D.D number. Okay, instead of Cartesian product, if we use the selection and join operation, then it will decreases the time as well as the memory. Okay, we have already discussed about this concept. What is the difference between join operation and Cartesian product at the time of the discussion of the join of different types of join operation in relational algebra expression. So here we are using join operation followed by the selection operation instead of the Cartesian product. So perform these join operations on the result, whatever the result generated by executing this select operation with the department table. Okay, that is the condition is P dot D num equals to D dot D number. Okay, then whatever the result we get, then that will be compare or that will be perform a join operation with the employee table with the condition, join condition, that is D dot manager SSN equals to E dot SSN. Okay, then whatever the output is generated, from this output we will be generate the final result, that is we will generate P number from project table, D num from project table, last name, address and birth date of the manager from the employee table. Okay, this is all about your query tree, or how can we represent a query tree of a particular relational algebra expression as well as for a particular SQL statement. The next we will see how can we form a query graph of a particular query. So this query graph is simple like a data structure graph. In this query graph, the relation in the query are represented by relation node, okay, or graph node, which are displayed as a single circle. So in a query graph, the relations, the input relations are represented as the node of the graph, okay, and those are represented by the single circles, and the constant values, that is typically from the query selection conditions, are represented by constant nodes which are displayed as the double circle, or you can say ovals. The selection and join conditions are represented by the graph edge. Let's see the query graph for the query, for the given query. So as per our discussion of the query graph, the input relations, that is project relation, department relation and employee relation, okay, these are represented in simple single circle, okay, and this is represented as the double oval shape, because this is the, you can see the constant value on which the selection condition is performed are represented by double circle or oval. As we have already discussed about query tree, the selection P location equals to stack port, that is the selection condition, which is represented as the constant node, and that will be displayed as the double circle or oval. Okay, so according to this, the stack port is represented in a double circle or double oval. Okay, and the join conditions, that is project with department, we have a join condition, that is P dot D num equals to D dot D number. This join condition became the edge of the graph, and there is another join condition with the department table with the employee table, that is D dot manager SSN equals to E dot SSN, that is also the information of the graph edge, query graph edge. Okay, so this is the overall representation of query graph of a particular query. Okay, so this is all about your query tree and query graph. By using any relational expression, you can form the corresponding query graph and query tree. Okay, the next class we will be see how can we optimize a query execution by using heuristic query optimization method. Till then, keep watching.